For cables severed, West Africa went dark. Not from war, not from a cyber attack. From just 10 ultra-fragile lines that carry 99% of all data. Your bank account, your calls, your emergency services, all of it gone. Governments and tech giants risk global collapse. They chose this fragility. This isn't an act of God. The official explanation sounds simple. It is not. Repairing a deep-sea cable break takes weeks, even months. It costs millions per incident. The longest single cable was severed by a volcano. 100,000 people were offline for 38 days. By the end, you'll know the one decision that made this collapse inevitable and why it's still in place. Fishing trawler cut cables near Alexandria in 2008. 70% of traffic to Egypt and India disappeared. 3-day global outage could wipe $100 billion from the world economy. That's a Cambridge study estimate. In 2023, insurers increased premiums for cable damage by 25% due to rising incidents and geopolitical risks. Japan proved resilience is possible. In 2011, a tsunami severed 10 cables, no widespread collapse. Subcom and ASN, two private companies, they own 80% of the world's critical cable infrastructure. Japan proved resilience is possible, so why is the rest of the world so fragile? The global market for new cable installation will hit $20 billion by 2027, dominated by two players. There are no international treaties, no binding regulatory bodies, no mandate for redundancy. Governments treat cables as private enterprise, avoiding direct regulation unless it's national security. U.S. Department of Defense relies on commercial cables for 95% of its strategic communications. A 2021 Atlantic Council report warned of catastrophic consequences from coordinated attacks. Tech giants like Google build private cables, but they primarily serve their own data centers. The number of active cable-laying ships has decreased by 30% in 10 years. Less competition. Damage to cables in international waters often goes unpunished, incentivizing negligence. The EU's Digital Decade strategy aims for secure connectivity, but it supports private investment, not mandates. UK Policy Exchange report in 2017 called cable vulnerability a strategic threat to national security. Laying a new cable costs $200 million per 1,000 kilometers, a barrier for new market entrants. 2024 West Africa outage led to a 70% drop in Benin's GDP for 2 days. This engineered fragility has a human cost. Edwo Amensa, a small business owner in Accra, lost $500 in sales. Her online payment system failed. Dr. Kwame Nkrumah, a surgeon, postponed 3 critical surgeries, no internet for patient records. Red Sea cable cuts rerouted traffic, remote work and education suffered from increased latency for weeks. A billion people in developing countries rely on fewer than 5 critical cables. They are most vulnerable. West Africa outages caused a 30% surge in prices for essential goods, hitting low-income families hardest. Global financial system processes $7 trillion daily. 90% relies on these cables. Red Sea cuts led to a 50% increase in data roaming charges, a direct cost to travelers. Emergency services in Lagos struggled to coordinate responses for 12 hours. Communication networks disrupted. The West Africa outage led to a 15% increase in cybercrime attempts, exploiting the chaos. The $500 MS Mensa lost reveals a deeper betrayal. Subcom reported $1.2 billion in 2022 revenue, 15% profit margin from installations and repairs. ASN reported €980 million revenue, maintaining similar profit margins by dominating the repair market. These two dominant companies, Subcom and ASN, often share repair contracts, a de facto duopoly. Burying cables deeper in shallow waters is 30% more costly, a cost often avoided by operators. The U.S. National Security Agency publicly stated, a single point of failure poses unacceptable risk. Global shipping industry has no mandatory requirement for real-time anchor monitoring systems. Implementing mandatory anchor monitoring on all commercial vessels? $500 million globally. Building a truly redundant global network costs $50 to $70 billion over 10 years. That's less than 0.5% of the global tech industry's annual revenue, $5.3 trillion in 2022. U.S. government spent $1.7 billion on one military satellite program in 2023, less data capacity. $500 million solution for anchor monitoring exists. Why is it ignored? The global internet's fragility is a choice, a system engineered for profit, not resilience. EU funded a new, fully redundant cable route from East Africa to Europe, bypassing choke points. Following the 2022 Tonga outage, the World Bank funded a second diverse cable route for the island. EU's Digital Resilience Act, passed in 2024, mandates minimum redundancy for new cable installations. The East Africa-Europe cable, completed late 2023, increased resilience by 40% for 100 million users. Tonga's second cable was completed in June 2024, ensuring no single point of failure. The 99% of global data traffic, once critically fragile, is slowly being re-engineered. One new cable, one new regulation at a time.